Hello everyone and welcome back to the Berserk manga read-through, where last time we read chapters 18 to 22, ending with the Bonfire of Dreams, which was one of my favourite chapters to read so far. It was a really nice time between Casca and Guts and their character development, and today we are going to be reading chapters 23 to 28, which is the battle to capture Doldry. So we're going to be capturing that whole battle in today's episode. So let's begin with the battle to capture Doldry, chapter 1. As all of you are aware, this 100-year war was initiated by Tudor's invasion into our kingdom's territory. The fortress of Doldry originally belonged to us for several hundred years and was pivotal in the defense of our border. But in the 100 years since it has fallen into Tudor hands, ironically, it has become the most important base of operations for their invasion against us. The Battle for Doldry, Chapter 1, as it is in this version. However, Tudor is currently undergoing a sudden crisis of internal conflict over the next succession to the throne. Whatever military might the Empire boasts, they shouldn't be able to spare their full potential for this battle. Surely this is a 1 in 1,000 chance for us. If we let this opportunity slip away, Doldry, our land will never be recaptured. But how do you propose? Certainly Doldry is impenetrable. What's more, the main occupying force is the mightiest of Tudor's Knight Corps, led by the valiant General Boskog. I'm going to assume the N is silent, so it's like Boscon, maybe? Boscon? Boskog sounds silly, so maybe Boscon. We'll go with Boscon. The Holy Purple Rhino Knights. That's right, the Holy Purple Rhino Knights. Not to mention that the White Tiger Knights, one of Midland's 2 greatest forces, could not take the fortress. What a bitter day of defeat. Total warfare. So it's the only choice. That is perilous. In the current campaign, the primary force of the White Tiger Knights has already been reduced by almost 4/10. There is no guarantee that even all-out war would cause Doldry to fall. Moreover, if the siege drags out, the inevitable result will be a pincer attack by the enemy when their main force flanks us. If we aren't careful, we could be wiped out. If we look at it overall, this campaign is a victory. Is there really any reason for us to pursue such a dangerous gambit? If we withdraw here and now, no! All the troops we've already deployed would have been in vain. The final objective of this campaign has always been the capture of Doldry. Failing that, there's no chance of reclaiming our territory. But now that we've lost the White Tiger Knights, who do you think? Who do you think? How about you, Sir Griffith? The victor that you are, do you think there's anything you could do this time? If I were so ordered. I jest, of course. However, much of a godsend you're considered on the battlefield, there are some things one can't do. Eh? Huh? Everyone looks to be very surprised, even the king. If His Majesty so ordered me. Nonsense! You say it could be done, but you, sir, you could topple Doldry. I love the contrast of serious Griffith here, just being like, if I was ordered. And everyone's like, nonsense! And he's just like, in the middle here, just like, you don't know anything. Listen to me. Do you have any idea how many times in the past 100 years that fortress has gone undaunted despite our constant efforts to capture it? Now, you say you can? Countless distinguished commanders and great generals have accepted the challenge and not one of them has been able to recapture Doldry. Never lost a battle. Perhaps it's gone to his head a bit, I wouldn't doubt it. Sir Griffith. Was that sincere? I believe that's showing him nodding. Majesty, then even you would... You cannot mean you believe him. This is reckless, no matter how much Sir Griffith might... Not even the White Tiger Knights could accomplish this. Whatever the strategy, an assault on that fortress is impossible without a great force of arms. If we fail, If we fail this time, the damage done to our army would be... There is no need for a large force. I will require only the Band of the Hawk. Ah, ludicrous! Ludicrous! With at most 5,000 cavalry, you would take on the fortress's occupying force of 30,000? Don't push your luck, young man. The main path of strategy is consistently to confront less with more. Don't think your clever little plans will work forever. Come, why don't we allow this to pass without making such a fuss, General? At this point, it seems whatever path we choose, we have no option but total failure. Before that, allowing a single force to attempt a clever plan should not have any significant impact on the morale of the entire army. Besides, until now there have been many groups of enemies outnumbering them that were yet defeated by the Band of the Hawk. Nothing says there is no chance this can... Doldry isn't so soft a target. Majesty, your decision. I command the Band of the Hawk to capture Doldry. And it begins. Relying so much on such a boyish newcomer like him, the dignity of Midland's army has fallen to the ground, and His Majesty's gone senile. Ah well, I suppose that's how it would feel to lose your own forces. You really seem to have bought into the White Hawk, Sir Laban. Sir Laban? Sir Laban? Sir Laban sounds nice, actually. Now to see whether or not he lives up to your expectations this time. Come, I simply stated the truth as it stands, Sir Owen. Besides, if he can't do it, I doubt there's anyone in Midland who can take Doldry. Certainly. There he is. Talented leader of the Band of the Hawk. Who knows whether I should say this as a man, but he is quite the image of one. Distinguished commanders, huh? We might be fighting alongside the hero of the century. Man. If only you knew, everybody. If only you knew. Back at camp. Doldry, huh? Who cares? It's a place. Fighting and gambling. When you win, you win. When you lose, and 5-2. Han. The soldiers are playing a game called Han Shu Bakuchi. 2 dice are rolled. If their total comes up odd, it's Han. If it's even, it's Cho. Or Chow, maybe. My pronunciation's going to be awful. I apologize. No way. Again, 10 in a row. The captain wins all. I've got some wicked bad luck. That does it. I ain't giving up till I break even. 3 months' wages? What's up? You got something on your mind? Huh? No? Don't worry. Don't worry. We've done stuff like this so many times already. Mr. Carmen composed himself, volunteered for this. The odds must be in our favor, right? I just hope he stays calm and composed. What? What I told you that time. Han. Come on, Chow! You bet your ass, Chow. My life for a Chow. How the Hawks got involved in a territorial dispute a long time ago. Right. The nobleman I mentioned has promoted himself by way of his financial assets. He's Supreme Commander on the front lines for a certain empire. Hey, don't tell me. Governor General Gennon. Governor General Gennon? GGG? Governor General Gennon, Supreme Commander of the Tudor Empire's Northern Battlefront. That's his current title. Ah. So. Now the Hawks got involved in a territorial dispute a long time ago. And that's the nobleman that he mentioned. I completely forgot about this. I completely forgot about this. This is the... I feel like I'm entering the territory where I am forgetting almost everything from the anime at this point, and I no longer am aware of what's cut from the anime and what's, you know, from the manga purely. So at this point, like, this stuff is just like, it's brand new to me again, which is actually really nice. So I only have, like, at this point we've got bits and pieces. Obviously the beginning's very very memorable, and like the ending is iconic. You can never forget how that anime ends. But the details in the middle have certainly left my mind from only watching it one time. So this is actually great to be essentially as if I'm reacting and reading this story and getting the story for the first time. So I can't even remember if this was like, it must have been, it has to be obviously been part of the anime, right? Because it's such a huge moment, this battle, I guess. One way to find out. But Governor General Genin, Supreme Commander of the Tudors Empire, Northern Battlefront. Conflict of interest. There's a little bit of a conflict of interest here. But no injuries at all. Naturally. Haha. That's why they call me Adon, the invincible, resourceful general. Who said that? Would I be beaten that easily? You're definitely tenacious. With the secret technique passed down through my Kobolwitz family for several hundred years, Kasatsu Jizai playing dead at my disposal, I had no trouble deceiving his eyes. But still, that brat, the next time we meet in battle, he won't escape me. For shame, Adon. Why, it's Your Grace, General Bosgon. Wow. Now that's a man in his peak condition. The difference between how these characters are drawn is very, very interesting. It's a holy perpendicular purple rhino nightman. Look at that, full body shot too. Wow. Not only have you suffered the disgrace of leading an entire mercenary troop to their deaths for the sake of settling a grudge, but your younger brother Samson lost his life, and you dare to return alone in dishonor. No, Your Grace, that was just... Ooh, inexcusable! Oh my god. Just bashed him on the nose with it. Sir Adon! I hereby revoke all command authority from you for the remainder of the war. Just be thankful I'm not casting you into the dungeon. Sir, please wait for us! He runs away. The reports say that his adversary was just one man, but that can't be. Severe as always. I heard you from up here. Wow, look at this shot. That looks gorgeous. What a room. Forgive that momentary indignity. That aside, a spy report just came in regarding the second force attempting to capture Doldry. Sir? You know them as well, yes? The Band of the Hawk. Oh, well now. You seem pleased. No, it is not that. I have simply heard that the Band of the Hawk has never been defeated. They seem more challenging than enemies of great number or fame. By the way, there's something I must tell you before the battle begins. Sir? The leader of the Hawks, the White Hawk. You mustn't kill him. Yes, but sir, what? Take him alive and bring him before me. As he has his child servant pouring him a drink. Am I clear? It is your governor's command. Yeah. That's... Miura certainly knows how to capture a disgusting human being on a page, doesn't he? The battle for Doldry 1 end. So we'll move into chapter 24 now. Chapter 2 of the Battle for Doldry. Peaceful, serene landscapes, and then flags marching, poking through the air. Berserk. Chapter 2 of the Battle for Doldry. The force has been mobilized. How are your injuries? Yeah, they've just about closed up. That stuff of yours was no joke. It really bewildered the doc. Thanks, man. Still though, the more I look at that, the more I want to go home. Its walls are 2 times higher and thicker than most. And with that cliff behind it and a basin in clear view in front, it's no wonder it's been safe for 100 years. To top it off, it's guarded by those rhino knights. Talk about bad news, scribes. No problem. The place is just a little big. If Griffith's got a plan as usual, we'll be fine. I hope you're right. Even so, nowhere to run. I'm surprised. Damn, man. When you make your horse cosplay as a goddamn rhino. Spiky armor. The White Hawk. What's he planning? Placing his men with their backs to the river, knows he nothing of strategy? No. Rather, a mediocre officer would be incapable of accomplishing such an apparently foolish pretense. Very well. However, he's calculated his plan. Their numbers will only last so long in the end. I shall simply confront him head on. However, the governor's partiality, is there some sort of connection between those two? Or else, I haven't the time to deal with the governor's petty vulgar tastes. I am no more than a man of arms, and my mission is ever simply to defeat the enemy. Whether the enemy general lives or dies is the fortune of the moment. The White Hawk. To think that I would live to meet him by chance once more. What splendid fortune. That one night, even now I can't forget. He is fine wine, worth the value of his weight in gold, an intoxicating phantom. The burns of that night still do not heal. I swear I will have you once more, lover. No! No! I want to see this guy's head on a goddamn pike. Please. That's one hell of a dust storm. It's all part of the plan. It's all part of the plan, baby. Guts is a weatherman. He's like, I checked my weather forecast this morning and there's a dust storm rolling in. Are you alright? Pulls out his sword and slices through the dust storm. Good. Let's get started. Cusker flashback again. I just hope he stays calm and composed. So is Griffith aware? Or if Casker's aware, Griffith is definitely aware of who the current, who's currently, in charge of Doldry. That had never happened with him. Not something like that. This is the end. It's probably the last time I swing my sword beneath this banner. First unit, advance! And then, after this battle, this is when the Berserk manga ends. It all ends here, guys. What do you mean, 300 chapters? Berserk ended at chapter 28. But I'll keep it together. I go into battle as captain of the Hawk's Raiders. Nothing else. Draw swords. Vanguard. Charge. What cool shots. I goddamn love every action shot in this manga. Oh, here we go. We got our double spread. The enemy is moving. The Vanguard is a force about 2,000 strong, directly controlled by Griffith. He's divided his already small force in two, with the leader himself at the force? The fool! I don't know what kind of trick he means to pull, but to challenge the Holy Purple Rhino Knights personally with at most 2,000 behind him, it's like the hare leaping into the tiger's mouth. So be it. We will meet you. All troops forward. Destroy the enemy's first wave. Battle commences, charging and screaming and yelling as they charge hard and fast. Ha! So those are the fabled band of the Hawk Raisers. Amusing. We are the foremost unit of the Holy Purple Rhino Knights whose charge has never once been halted. You're no match for... Don't talk when you've got Guts riding right towards you and all that Guts cares about is painting the ground with your blood. Oh wow, look at that shot. That is incredible. That's such a good panel. Look at the detailing here. This is insane. It belongs in a museum. God damn. One of the enemy units is breaking through to our center. They aren't stopping, huh? One strong push to the center to kill the general. So that's his scheme. Yeah, just send Guts in. Just send Guts in, you're all good. Oh, he's lost his helmet. His helmet's come off. And that's the end of the Battle for Doldry, Chapter 2. A shot of it. A shot of the crew at the end. Let's move into Chapter 25. This shot here. Battle for Doldry, Chapter 23. As his swing looks to knock off his helmet, and there's a clash here, but I'm not sure what damage has been done by Guts. But look at... oh, wow. Look at that. The two of them close up with their face, and then on horseback. So cool. Huh. The general! Protect the general! Follow the captain! It can't be! They aren't stopping! No matter how many enemies we've faced, the charge of the Holy Purple Rhino Knights has never been checked. Forget advancing, we're being pushed? General! So that's him. Sir? The band of the Hawks Raiders captain. That man, then. No wonder. It would seem the story that Aedon's 100 mercenaries were killed by one man is not entirely untrue. Damned Hawks, they possess worthy adversaries. Do not panic, this is merely a harassment tactic. The enemy's numbers are still few, arrange formation and force them back. Wow, and then back in the quiet castle grounds. Look at this statue. How is this like... this is very much like Gennon and Griffith. In a statue, it's like whispering into his ear. Type imagery, it's what comes to mind. The Hawks and the Rhinos are well matched, though after all this is the extent of a small force's capabilities. But that Boscon, if he keeps fighting that way, he'll kill Griffith. Might he intend to disregard my command? Is anyone there? Sir, I am here. Prepare my bodyguards who remain in the fortress to ride. I will take personal command on the battlefield. Yes, sir. But the defense of the fortress? I care not. At this rate, they can't even get near the walls. Yes, sir. I care not, for I am horny, and I must be taken out onto the battlefield. Yeah, I don't remember any of this whatsoever. I won't sit back and let the returned hawk be shot down. Now'd be a good time, boss. All hands, withdraw. Fall back to headquarters. Come on, boys. Run for it. Yeah. Interesting. Ah. Okay. General, the enemy has begun to withdraw. Let's pursue. Inscrutable. Sir? He should have seen the outcome of such an attack from the start. Is this really the plan of the undefeated White Hawk? Meaning no disrespect, but perhaps you've overestimated them, sir. It was probably a desperate plan to break through and at one point claim your head. There must be no other options left for a small force like the Band of the Hawk against the Holy Purple Rhino Knights. But sir, order us to pursue them swiftly. Everyone is hot-blooded for a chance to bolster our renown even further. If we let the White Hawk escape like this, the men won't be able to contain their discontent over missing such a fruitful opportunity. General, His Excellency the Governor. What? What are you doing, Bosgon? Excellency. The enemy is in flight. Would you let your chance at victory slip away? Wow, look at it, got all armored up and everything. No, sir. However, everyone listen. I will not permit the enemy leader Count Griffith to be killed. You shall capture him alive. In return, I promise whoever captures him a special double promotion and whatever monetary reward you wish. Governor, promising a thing like that. Never you mind. But what of military discipline? Bosgon, I am horny, and you will not question my command. From here on, I am in direct command. The Holy Purple Rhino Knights will pursue the enemy. This guy needs to go into a back room, have some personal thoughts, you know, finish himself, and have some clarity on the situation, right? This man is suffering from being a disgusting creature, vermin of a human being, but also of the fact that he does not yet have post-nut clarity. This man's vision is clouded. And he's not thinking straight. Convey my orders to all your men. Be thorough. General, it cannot be helped. All up to pursue the enemy. Let's go right into the trap that Griffith has prepared for us. Dust storm time, baby. Whoa, this ain't a good time to be bringing up the rear by myself. But as planned, they took the bait and came on. Right, everything's in the palm of your hand. Like it always has been. Spectacular. You mean we're gonna take on all of them? Caucus is like... Take formation! It's do or die. The river's behind. We've no escape route. Lay down your lives. There's no other chance for survival. But if we do survive, we will stand victorious. Oh, wow. Wow. Damn. I love it when it changes from like how it's just like normally drawn and then it goes into like these like painted beautiful ink strokes. Look at that. What a shot. I would have thought that would have been the end of the chapter. Oh. Whoa. Look at the black work. My god. You know how long that would have taken? God damn. Ooh, hang on. Is this Casca? Is this Casca? Because Casca's not at the battle. But I don't know what this is on the back of the head. That might not be Casca. Because yeah, she's not in the battle, and I assumed that she wasn't in the battle because maybe she still had like her fever, but I thought it would have passed by now. Interesting. The battle is being observed, I assume, by Casca, but maybe not. What in the world's going on? I can't see through the dust cloud. Well, you know, there's about a 1 in a million chance we'll actually lose. I heard whoever captures the enemy leader can name his reward. Just about everyone from the fortress is out there. Wish we could have gone too. Forget about it. Too much competition. Huh? Ah, yes, it is Casca. Casca's leading her own force. Because now all the forces have been drawn out. The dust cloud has masked everything. And Casca gets her own unit. There we go. Casca is in the fight. And they can take the fortress because the perfect Purple Knights and Genin are not in the castle. What? What is it? Out there. Huh? Oh yeah, baby. Casca. Enemies. Where'd they? Rush in. Charge. There we go, baby. First Division, block the gates. Absolutely no enemy messengers get outside. All others proceed according to plan. Band of the Hawk are so goddamn clever with their battle tactics. Swiftly, there's no time to lose. Oh, wow. Isn't that... Oh, Adon's still here. There's gonna be an Adon and Casca rematch then. Which is gonna be very interesting considering his view on things. And now we'll be moving into the Battle for Doldry, number 4. Alright, let's continue as we look out over the inside of the castle gates. Hurry! Take control of the gate and walls. Don't even bother with the keep. As a bunch of men fall down the stairs. Shock! Adon! Holy crap, he looks huge there. Buddy boy's got all dressed up. So yeah, this must be a new helmet. We got Casca's got a new helmet now. She's got an upgrade with the nice little feathers, which is cool. Battle for Doldry, Chapter 4. You again, huh? You're really a tenacious cockroach. What's with that armor? He's upgraded to a shark. They also call me Invincible Baron Adon. Invincible Baron Adon. Even if I am a cockroach, you have no choice but to kneel before my stamina, as long as you still have knees to kneel with, of course. I, Adon, saw through the schemes of you common rabble ages ago. Therefore, I personally accepted the duty of protecting the fortress and have been watching for you to waltz brazenly in here. Oh yeah, you certainly weren't stripped of all of your command at all. Liar! Oh my god. Oh, I love it when we get the simplified silly faces. Usually that was the role filled by Puck for a little while, but sometimes we get Guts, Casca, and Griffith doing them. He was probably forced to stay behind. It's no lie. Reveal yourselves. There we go. We've got some soldiers still remaining. You see? My blue whale knights left inside the fortress for this very moment. Even if their numbers were reduced in the previous battle, they'll never lose to a petty platoon led by a little girl like you. Listen! Not one of them must be allowed to leave here alive. Get them! The shark helmet's pretty cool. Now come, girl. This time I get revenge for my little brother Samson. No more mercy for you, not this time. On my pride as an imperial aristocrat, you will be my plaything. Jwa! And then we go back to the battle where Pippin just gave this dude a bit of a makeover. It's like, hey man, your eyeballs, you don't need them. Your teeth, certainly don't need those. Bang! God damn. Those battle close-up scenes are always super intense. Griffith saying, whoop, you don't need that hand anymore. Huh, what are they doing? Haven't they been able to catch a Griffith yet? The enemy's resistance seems more intense than we expected. In any case, some terribly skilled horseman is blocking the way to Count Griffith. It appears our army is having trouble approaching him. What? Oh yeah, baby. You want to get to Griffith? You gotta go through him. You gotta go through this madman. What strength? Somebody stop him! General! Wow, look at that. They keep giving him like full body shots, even with the horse. Incredible. I'm pretty sure that in some form, this was definitely in the anime, because this is like pretty extensive. I remember the scene where the king tells Griffith to do the thing, where he goes, I command you to do this. while I don't necessarily remember the scenes taking place in the anime, and it's a bit of a grey spot for me, I remember it certainly being a thing in the anime, but I'm curious to see how this one unfolds again, because I think after this is where, I don't know, something with Griffith goes on. It's swirling in the recesses of my mind, but let's let it play out so I can remember. Wow, look at that shot. Guts is so beautifully drawn and rendered in all of these shots. Like, there's been an immense improvement that I've already noticed over how speed lines are drawn, where there's all of this speed and motion going around all around the characters, but in certain scenes they have like Guts in perfect focus, while everything else is just like a whirlwind, which is so cool. Again, I've said this in the early chapters that I was reading, but the way that motion is captured and the way the fights are like choreographed in like the manga, the way that they're drawn and put together, it's so easy to follow the fights and motion of attacks and how the impact of those attacks is certainly felt as well. It's incredible and certainly very talented to be able to draw a fight, you know, because fights are very intense. Sometimes they can be hard to follow, especially when they're still images, but these are certainly a lot of fun to read through, like a fight like this. And then you get to a shot where you just see the flurry of blades and swings. Amazing! You can't see their weapons. If you approach now, you'd get caught in their blade wind. And now we get taken back to a very quick cut to Adon falling down the stairs. Casca being like standing right above in a power stance. Why? You could hardly lift a finger against me before. I wasn't in top form then. Women have their own set of circumstances. What? Are you telling me you were on your period? Don't shout it! That monster doesn't stand a chance. Oh, it was her period. Sis really is incredible. The enemy numbers few. Just cut through them. Hurry! The fate of the Hawks depends on this one battle. Cuts back to the battle again. Oh wow. So this is Rickett. Pippin stands guard. Fucking wiping out anyone who dares stand in his way. Look at Pippin's helmet, man. It's wild. Pippin! Damn it! It's just a matter of time till we're wiped out. No way. Even if we run, where would we go? The river's behind us. If we're gonna drown anyway, I'd rather die fighting. Huh. Little Rickett's flipped out. Oh. My army is overwhelming, isn't it? On the other hand, there's Wascon. Why is a single mounted man taking him so long? Guts. Oh, Griffith's going to observe the battle. Look at that. The way that this face-off is being captured is so good. He's strong. I feel more dead than alive. Even worse than fighting those 100 mercs. If I don't put my life on the line, I'm a dead man. Wow. Ooh. No. It ain't as bad as that time. It's not as hopeless as it was then. Wow, this is great. So this is like him, like Guts really like thinking about things in perspective when he's like, I feel dead. Like, this is worse than that battle against 100 mercs. And then he remembers that he fought off against Nosferatu Zod, and he's like, no, wait, I've had worse than this. Like, I struggled through that, and I survived. Through, you know, maybe circumstances that weren't necessarily under his own control. It was the really Zod seeing the Bailet that made him pull back. But he's like, in that moment, everything was completely hopeless. And he's like, it's not as bad. So this will actually be fine. Mind over matter, baby. And they charge towards each other. A blinding clash. of swords. And we're back to Casca. Absolutely just destroying Aiden. Who I mispronounce and say a different pronunciation every time his name comes up. It's just such a weird one to read and see. Adon makes the most sense, but whenever I read it, I just want to go Aiden. Aidon. Sir Aiden. Oh, there's only one thing left to do. Forgive me! What? What is this? What is this? What is this? What? That's a confusing drawing. Excuse me. What's Puck doing here? Whatever else, please spare my life. I humbly ask that you somehow find it in your heart to forgive my many and frequent offences. I beg of you. Sir Don, this is just too much. You must be kidding. It was your fault we all got left behind here, and yet... Sir, that's incredibly uncool. Oh, shut up. A great commander can also see when it's time to give up. Everything I've done has been under the order of the General. I didn't have the slightest bit of personal grudge against you, miss. Fate is such a sorrowful thing that we've met only as enemies and we're forced to do battle. Really, don't you agree? Go ahead. If you want this fortress, you're welcome to it. We won't stop you, so please, my life at the very least. Is this guy really nobility? Did I actually take him seriously as an opponent? He's almost beyond laughable. But seriously, rah! And then he shoots the arrow because he's a goddamn jerk right at Casca. Thunk! Sis! Haha, you fool! The secret advanced archery technique passed down through my Kowalitz family for 1,000 years. Risha Jinraiha. Furious attack thunderclap burst. That's not just an arrow, it was dipped in a potent narcotic. In other words, your evil deeds are at an end, you bitch. I've got no time to listen to you laugh any longer. And that's the battle for Doldry number 4 comes to an end, which also brings us to the end of Berserk Volume 7. Which is great. So we will be now moving into chapter 27, which also takes us into volume 8 of Berserk. So volume 8, chapter 27. Let's see what the cover art for this is. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Interesting imagery. Guts, like in Griffith's shadow, almost. Berserk, baby. Volume 8, with how many chapters we got ahead of us in this volume, I wonder. And that's the cover art for Volume 8 right there. To open it up is pretty sure that's Guts leaving, right? That's Guts leaving the Band of the Hawk, as intended. This is going to be the last battle he faces under that flag. And there we go, we've got a lot of chapters ahead of us to read through, but I won't check those out just yet. But here's the clash of swords. As Griffith, with his hawk eyes, watching. Ooh! Sword broken. Rest in peace to the old sword. One of these days we'll start seeing a giant slab of iron being swung around instead. Wow. So his sword's busted. The Battle for Doldry, Chapter 5. God, I love these shots. They're fucking iconic shots. He's done it. It's looking bad. I'm screwed. My sword was messed up from fighting those 100 men. I was careless. Damn it. Time's up, Raiders Captain. What now? Ooh, hang on a minute. Who the hell's watching this? So now we have another observer of the battle. So before it was Casca, now there's someone else. Looking a bit monstrous too. With a terrifying looking horse. What the hell is this? Yeah, come on, come on. Don't struggle, it's useless. Even if you wish to fight, can you even move freely? If you obey me and throw down your sword, I wouldn't be opposed to letting you live as my own personal toy. Sis! If you refuse... Here! Stab! Stab, stab! Stab, 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 stab! Trouble. If I move around, the drug... Big sis, get the hell out of my way! Oh, there she goes. Cartwheel. And push back against the wall. What will you do? There's nowhere left to run. Look what you've done to my face. I think you can expect to lose a limb or two. Then you can take your time deciding whether you'll be my captive or die in this place. Let's start below the waist. Oh no! This is the first time I've seen Casca have her, like, this is like the type of expression that I talk about when shit gets real. We haven't seen Casca do this yet, where she's like blank stare, like how Guts does before going for an attack. It's almost like they, at this point, they're just like moving on like instinct for battle. And she gets her sword ready to plunge it, but shoves it right into the ground to launch herself in the air. What? Look at that. Spins right around behind him. Look at that movement. This is incredible. Impossible! Lands right by his side. You were interesting enough, but you're also total swine. Huh? Huh? And falls to the ground. So, oh, that's the blade. There you go. I missed that. So lands by his side, and you can see like this little streak of blood. So struck him, I guess, like across the the face of the neck. I'm not seeing anything here though. But anyway, killing blow. Oh, hang on, I think it's across the mouth. Yeah. Ugh. Straight up jokered him. He's got the cuts in the mouth. Let's put a smile on that face. Alright, the rest are little fish. Rout them. So Casca's achieving a victory to take over the fortress, but Guts is in trouble with a broken sword. On guard! Oh god, that face. He charges right towards him. Protect the captain! There's nothing you can do, idiots! Get out of here! Nuisances! Oh. No. Just absolutely shredded the three of them. Jesus Christ. Look at that attack. Dark blood splatters. Ugh. When I see like the purple knights or just other army knights die, you're just like, oh, that's cool, that dude got his face smashed in. When I see the Band of the Hawk die, I'm like, ugh. No. Oh Jesus! What is going on here? Oh, so he's like big veiny strong arm pulls a sword out and throws it. Yeah, just throwing the sword. Guts! This ain't good. I can't stop his poleaxe with a puny knife like this. Even Griffith is concerned. Son of a bitch! Flash from the distance. Huh? As a sword just lands right on the ground in front of him. What? Huh? Guts! Take up that sword! What the hell? Guts picks it up quickly to block this swing. Oof. Like just. And then viciously just swings it right through, decapitating both him and horse. Wow. The Battle for Capture Doldry has had some goddamn incredible freeze frames. Like, look at this artwork. That's nuts. Who threw that sword down? Guardian Angel. Mystery Rider throwing the sword down. Jesus, look at that! Horse and head flying together in the air as everyone watches in shock as to what the hell just happened. Wow. Guts would have probably been able to fight with the knife, but it would have been pretty bad. It would have been pretty bad. But this sword definitely made quick work of it. The bastard did it! That can't be! The unbeatable Sir Boscan! The general said to be the mightiest knight in all of Judah. Grr, that useless Boscan! You fools! The general's defeat doesn't affect our military superiority. Why are you faltering? Ah, Governor, look! At what? All the flags being raised. Band of the Hawk flags. As they screaming and yelling and celebrating, and Casca sits there being like, you just lost the castle, you just lost the castle. And that brings chapter 5 of the Battle for Dodri to an end, where we'll move into chapter 6 now of the battle, which is chapter 28. Chapter 28. There it is, the Battle for Dodri. Is that? It can't be! Oh, it is. But it is. The castle that stood for 100 years, captured. Because Casca's a badass. The Battle to capture Dodri, chapter 6. The enemy's standard? But how? What happened? Don't you fools get it yet? Your leader's dead. It's plain as day the fortress has fallen. It means you all lost. We lost? Have we really lost? Cry out! Cry for victory! As they charge on through. No. No way! Commence hunting down the enemy remnants. If they flee this place, well enough. Slaughter every last one who offers opposition. Wow. Incredible. It's no use. At this rate, we'll be killed. I wonder how the narcotic thing that stamped Casca's going. I guess she's okay. It's just a flesh wound. She's fine. Morons! Who told you to retreat? Turn around. Come back. I'm your supreme commander. I'm still here. Not for long, buddy. Oh, whoa! Gets knocked off the horse. Oh, and here we go. Here we go. Shall we resolve this territorial dispute? The history between Griffith and Gennon. Oh, how the tables have turned. Griffith looking down coldly at Gennon. Griffith! It's been quite some time, Lord Gennon. Griffith, my old friend. Could you find some way to overlook this? You and I have been good to each other. To betray that over the unfortunate matter of us being enemies now. I've been searching for you ever since that day, and I've waited eagerly for the day chance would allow us to meet again like this. Have you any idea how much of my personal means has been spent thus? I made sure that none of my men would by any means even so much as wound you in this battle. I took great pains to see it through. Surely you haven't forgotten that night we had together. Won't you grant the wish of the one you shared it with? It was just one night, but oh, how I've yearned for that again. You don't resent me, do you? I do not resent you, Excellency. Oh, then... However, it would be quite beyond reason to say that I've yearned for you. Yeah, I don't think anyone's yearning for Gennon. I don't think anyone would yearn for this man. I simply have no emotional interest in you at all. Resentment, endearment, nothing. I just took the liberty of using you when the opportunity appeared. You were like a stone lying by the side of the path I walk. That, and nothing more. You. Bastard! And... swink! Griffith pulls out his sword. Ugh, right into the eye. Although, having your loose tongue spread petty rumours about me would prove slightly inconvenient. Right through the eye, and Gannon is dead. If anything, Griffith stayed more than calm in this moment. And he rides away from Gannon's corpse, littered in the battlefield alongside his other men. Good riddance. Looks like things are just about wrapped up. The enemy all scattered and ran. I can't believe it worked out this well. Yeah, we really stuck it to them good. Ah, here we go. You okay, sis? Yeah, feeling a little better. Don't mind me. You guys go and see if any enemies remain in the fortress. Yes, ma'am. Hey, come on, work time. She rests and nurses the wound, passes out, I think. But the swordsman approaches. Yo, tough day. With a new sword from a mystery man on horseback. What's wrong? It's just a scratch. Well, that's what I'd like to say. Could you give me a hand? This is good. I like this. I like this a lot. Character development. They're so much nicer when they're nice to each other instead of being at each other's throats. This is great. And they look out among the battlefield. Victory, baby. That's it. Everyone's celebrating Griffith's victory. Breathtaking. And she's crying. Hey? It's strange. Actually, when the battle is over and Griffith is surrounded by everyone cheering in victory, I always think this. That he's somehow out of reach. That he exists somewhere far away. And it hurts. Griffith takes his eyes away from Casca and stares out to Griffith on the battlefield. That ain't the case. Eh? Yo! Picks him up. Hey. You'll never get anywhere just standing here watching him. Let's go. Go to meet your leader. Casca was like, super important. Like, Casca was like entrusted with almost one of the most important things. Like, capturing that castle, while it's not like taking on all the men or like the general like Guts was doing, and anything that's like physical, because they probably weren't expecting the Whale Knights to be there. Her job was so important to destroying the morale of the army, being like, we captured your castle, bitches. See you later. Let's go meet the leader. Yeah. Stop that! As he sprints. He looks back at the sword. Couldn't be. Couldn't be. Am I supposed to be... I'm supposed to be recognizing this sword, maybe? I think I'm supposed to be recognizing the sword, maybe? Because he is. Oh, fuck. Oh. Oh! It's Zod. Zod threw the sword. Oh. Holy crap. The eclipse will come soon, and the demon advent approaches. Oh my god. The eclipse will soon come. Oh my god. So Zod's waiting. Zod's waiting for the big event. For the main event. He's the one who threw the sword. Maybe he used that sword and I forgot. I didn't recognize it. This is why this is so exciting, like reading through this, where my like memory of like what actually I am aware of from what I watched in the anime happened or not, or was cut, or like all that kind of stuff. So this is great. I'm just like getting these reveals like it's the first time. Like I don't know if this is a scene that I don't know if it happened or not. So this is a great reveal of Zod, and that brings the Battle for Doldrey, Chapter 6, to an end. And with that one, we'll bring this episode to a close as well. So guys, thank you so much for watching the Battle for Doldrey. The 6 chapters of that battle take place. and we'll be moving into chapters 29 and beyond next time. So the eclipse will soon come. We are building up to that. I know that we've probably still got quite a lot to go before we get there, but I'm very excited because I believe at this point in the anime we're well over halfway. I think we're close to 3/4 through the anime series, but in terms of the Golden Age arc, I'm not sure. So we're gonna have to find out and see, because I feel like we're getting further and further into stuff that was not included in the anime, which is very exciting. Which is very exciting for me to get some like the brand new stories that happened in Berserk, whether it be before or after the eclipse, obviously. So, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of Berserk, and I will see you next time for chapters 29 and beyond.